Hello scholars, welcome back to our next video of GK. In our previous video,
we have already completed few exercises of Unit 2. So today we will do the rest of the exercises of Unit 2. But before that, let me tell you the answer of the question which I have given you as your homework. So the question was, name the only food that does not spoil. The answer is honey. Honey is the only food that truly lasts forever, thanks to its magical chemistry and the handiwork of bees. Now scholars, we will start doing our exercises of the book. Hello scholars, so today we will start our exercise number 13, that is animal senses. Some animals see the world differently than we do. They have highly advanced senses of smell or specialized hearing abilities, etc. So here in this exercise we will learn about the senses of animals. So let's start with our first question. A dash can hear by using its legs as its ears are situated on the legs. So scholars, as you can see the picture also, it is cricket. So we will write here cricket. A cricket's ears are on its front legs, just below the knees, and they have 4 acoustic inputs. The opening in the cricket's exoskeleton that acts as ears lead into chambers inside the legs, which connect to either side of the cricket, allowing sound to pass completely through the cricket. Now we'll see our question number 2. A dash has hair on its claws and other parts of the body to detect water currents and vibration. As you can see, then set in the picture also, it is a crab. So we'll write here crab. The crabs are covered by hard shells that protect their internal organs. Their gills, which they use to pull oxygen from the water, are hidden inside their shells. So this helps the crab to survive in the water. Now we'll move to our question number 3. A dash can move each of its eye independently of the other and can see in 2 different directions at the same time. Yes, you recognize it correctly. It is chameleon. A chameleon can see in front and back at the same time without moving its head. It is a very unique quality of chameleon. Now we'll move to our question number 4. The entire body of an dash is covered with taste receptors. Can you recognize this? Yes, it is earthworms. The earthworm's body is covered with chemoreceptors. These are cells that allow the earthworm to taste things and are tiny sense organs which detect chemicals in the soil. Now we'll see our question number 5. A dash has taste receptors on its feet. It has hair on its wings to detect changes in air pressure. It is butterfly. Now we'll move to our question number 6. The dash have taste receptors on their jaws, forelimbs and antennae. This is bee. The bees have taste receptors on their jaws, forelimbs and antennae. Worker honey bees have 5,500 lenses in each eye. They have a ring of iron oxide in their abdomens that may be used to detect magnetic fields and may use this ability to detect changes in the Earth's magnetic field and use it for navigation. Now we'll see our question number 7. The whiskers of a dash act as very sensitive feelers and give detailed information about anything they touch. As you can see, It is a cat. The long thick hairs that curve so gracefully from a cat's muzzle and above the eyes are not just decorations. They are more like antennae or feelers. They help the cat navigate, balance and keep out of trouble. So like this we have completed this exercise. Now we'll move to our next exercise. So scholars, here is our exercise number 14, wonderful plants. As you can see, here we have to look at these pictures, read the clues and fill in the names of these plants to complete the crossword. So scholars, here we will read the clues and find out the answer word. Let's see our first clue. Our clue number 1 is common garden plant in India, also known as China rose. Look at here, picture number 1. It is known as China rose. Yes, it is hibiscus and this we will write here. So let's do. So like this we will write here hibiscus. Now we'll see our clue number 2. Our clue number 2 is given in clues down. This fastest growing plant belongs to the grass family. Let's see the picture. Yes, it is given here. Can you recognize this plant? It is bamboo. And this we will write here. So let's write. So like this we will write here bamboo. Now we'll see our clue number 3. Also known as bottle tree, this tree can store a lot of water in its trunk and is found mostly in Africa. Let's see the picture. The picture is given here. This is also known as bottle tree and can store a lot of water in its trunk. Can you recognize this tree? No, it's baobabs. So we will write this here. Let's do. A Dansonia is a genus of deciduous tree known as baobabs. They are native to Madagascar, mainland Africa and Australia. Now we'll see our clue number 4. Common garden plant in India, also called Oriental Thuja. What is it? Let's see the picture. It is given here. Can you recognize this? Yes, we call this moorpunky. It is moorpunky. So let's write it here. So like this we will write moorpunky. It is a plant which is found in every small garden in India belonging to the cypress family. It is a densely branched evergreen conifer that can become 50 feet tall with a spread of 20. Now we'll see our clue number 5. Cricket bats are made from the wood of this tree. Let's see the picture also. It is given here. It is willow. So like this we will write here willow. The most preferred wood for the production of cricket bats is willow. There are 2 types of willow. Kashmir willow is found in regions of Kashmir, whereas English willow is found in England. Now we'll see our last clue. Our clue number 6 is only plant in which fruits bear seeds on the outside of their skin. Let's see the picture also. So here is our picture 6. As you can see and recognize the fruit also, it is strawberry. So like this we will write here strawberry. So with this we have completed our exercise number 14. Now we'll move to our next exercise. Now scholars, we have reached to exercise number 15, that is plants and their leaves. Here in exercise number 15A, as you can see, we have to look at these leaves and complete the names of the plants or the trees that they belong to. So I want you all to do this exercise yourself, as here you just have to identify the leaves and complete their names. And after doing this, you can check your answers from the PDF given in the link below. Now we will see our exercise number B given on the same page. So scholars, here is our exercise number B on the same page, that is fill in the blanks to complete these sentences about photosynthesis. So let's see. Our fill in the blanks number 1 is plants take in carbon dioxide along with air through the dash in their leaves. I hope you all know the process of photosynthesis. So through what plant take carbon dioxide in? Yes, you are right. It is stomata. The stomata are small pores present in the leaf. They are surrounded by guard cells which help in closing and opening of stomata. They allow exchange of gases from the surrounding medium. Usually, carbon dioxide is taken up and oxygen is released. Now we'll see our fill in the blanks number 2. Water is absorbed through the dash and carried to the leaves through the stem and branches. Yes, it is roots. Plant absorb the water through roots. So we will write here roots. Now we'll see our question number 3. The dash in the leaves traps the sun's energy. Yes, you are right. It is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, it is a green substance in producers that traps light energy from the sun. Now we'll see our question number 4. This trapped energy is used to combine water and dash to produce food, that is glucose, for the plant. It is carbon dioxide. Now we will see our last fill in the blanks. In the above process, dash is given out as a byproduct through the tiny openings in the leaves. Do you know this? Yes, you are absolutely right. It is oxygen. An extremely important byproduct of photosynthesis is oxygen. So with this we have completed the exercises given on page number 15 also. Now we will move to our next page. So scholars, here is our exercise number 16, that is wonderful animals. Here we have to answer these following questions. So let's start with our question number 1. The age of a fish is determined by examining which part of its body? The answer is scales. Counting the number of rings on a scale provides the fish age, and the spacing between rings is proportional to the growth of the fish. Now we'll see our question number 2. Which present day animal did the prehistoric mammoths closely resemble? As you can see the picture also. So can you tell me which present day animal it resembles? Yes, you are right. It resembles elephant. Now let's see question number 3. What is the camel with 2 humps called? These are known as Bactrian camel. Now we'll move to our question number 4. What is a group of cows called? It is a very simple question. I hope you know this answer. Yes, it is herd. A group of cow is called a herd. Now we'll move to our question number 5. What is a female horse called? It is called mare. A female horse is known as mare. Now let's see question number 6. What does a deer shed and grow every year? The answer is antlers. Now let's see our question number 7. A butterfly uses which part of its body to sense taste? It is their feet. Just now we have learned about this in exercise number 13. The butterfly has taste receptors on its feet. Now we'll move to the next page of the same exercise. So on the next page, here is our question number 8. Which is the only creature that has a movable upper jaw? As you can see in the picture also, the answer is alligator. So we will write here alligator. Now we'll see our question number 9. Name any two major sounds which a dog produces. I hope you all know this answer. The two sounds which a dog produces is bark and growl. So we'll write here bark and growl. Now let's move to our question number 10. Which bird can stay underwater for the longest period of time? As you can see, the picture is also given here. Can you guess the name from the picture? Yes, it is a penguin, but the right answer is emperor penguin. So we will write here emperor penguin. Now we'll move to our question number 11. What is the young one of a whale called? The baby whales are called calves. The newborn calf is usually 1/4 to 1/3 the length of the mother. Now let's move to our next question. What are male bees called? The answer is drones. So write here drones. Now let's see our question number 13. What are temporary teeth in mammals often called? Yes, you are right. It is called milk teeth. The milk teeth is also known as deciduous teeth, baby teeth, temporary teeth and primary teeth. These are the first set of teeth in the growth development of humans. Now let's move to the last question of this exercise. Which is the world's second largest bird? Can you recognize this bird from the picture? Yes, it is emu. Emu is the world's second largest bird. So scholars, with this we have completed our exercise number 16. Now rest of the exercises we'll do in our next video. Okay? So now it's time to move to our next segment, that is current affairs. So scholars, here is your segment of current affair. So let's see what is today in this segment. Cabinet approves new education policy. HRD Ministry renamed as Education Ministry. The Union Ministry of Human Resource and Development, that is HRD, has been renamed by Union Cabinet as the Ministry of Education. The official announcement was made by Ramesh Pokhriyal, the Education Minister, on 29 July 2020. The Cabinet chaired by PM Modi has also approved the National Education Policy 2020 to reform the higher education sector. The new education policy aimed at making India global knowledge superpower.
So scholars, with this we come to end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it and you understood it very well. Goodbye scholars, stay safe, stay healthy.